Good morning, everyone. I'm happy to be here this morning for this very noble exercise. And as I sat there, I looked at that and I asked myself, today, 2026, why do I have a kabogo at kabogo.com and not kabogo at kabogo.ke? So this guy who makes my work easy, as we sat there, he has registered kabogo.ke. So I'm up to speed. I'm only worried because every time I've gone for a tech summit or workshop, I see people dressed down. I see no ties. I see T-shirts. And you have to excuse me, I'm from the old school, but I'm a quick learner. So, but I have a different hairstyle. Allow me to very quickly, and let's appreciate the presence of the CEO, ICT Authority. Jesse is just about, you want to Salimia? Just stand and say hello. Jesse is just about a week old in ICTA, so we can understand that he's in the process of taking over the good institution. He's from the industry. I just hired him. Yes, me, just the other day. Distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, a very warm welcome to Nairobi, Kenya's capital and one of Africa's leading digital gateways. It is a privilege to stand before this distinguished gathering of domain ecosystem leaders, internet governance experts, regulators, and technology innovators drawn from across Africa and around the world. On behalf of the government of Kenya, the Ministry of ICT and Digital Economy, I extend our sincere appreciation to the Kenya Network Information Center, KENIC, and Domain Summit United Kingdom for bringing this landmark convening to our great country. I also wish to acknowledge the Africa Country Code top-level domain registries represented here today. Allow me to mention a few, those that were given to me as I was preparing my notes. So if you're not in this list, it doesn't mean that you're not here. Nigeria, Ethiopia, Rwanda, South Africa, Ghana, Morocco, Egypt, South Sudan, and Tanzania. I further recognize the presence of colleagues and partners from Gabon, Algeria, Guinea, Mali, Benin, Burkina Faso, Cameroon, Senegal, Congo, Sudan, Eswatini, the Gambia, Cape Verde, Botswana, Niger, Sierra Leone, and Guinea-Bissau, as well as the more than 250 international delegates who have traveled to join us here today. Your presence affirms the growing strategic importance of Africa's digital identity and infrastructure. This summit provides an opportunity to reflect on how Africa governs its digital spaces and how we strengthen ownership of our digital future. We are living in a period of rapid technology change. AI is reshaping industries, digital commerce is crossing borders at scale, and cyber threats are becoming more sophisticated. In this environment, the question of digital sovereignty, how nations manage and secure their online presence, requires deliberate attention. Country court top-level domains sit at the center of that discussion. They are not technical abstractions. They are sovereign digital assets, are strategically important in today's economy as roads, seaports, and telecommunication infrastructure. The .ke domain is Kenya's digital address to the world. It underpins our electronic commerce platforms, digital public service, financial systems, startup ecosystems, and the emerging digital services of tomorrow. With more than 120,000 registered .ke domains and growing, the domain ecosystem has become an indispensable pillar of Kenya's digital economy. Kenya's digital progress has been built through deliberate collaboration between governments, the private sector, technical communities, and international partners. From the expansion of fiber connectivity to innovations in mobile financial services, these achievements were made possible because we work together rather than in isolation. As we move into the next phase of digital growth, that spirit of partnership must deepen. The opportunities ahead are significant, but so too are the challenges. As we look ahead, the question is not simply how we expand connectivity, but how we translate it into lasting economic value. Experience has shown that when policy direction, investment, and innovation move in alignment, digital growth accelerates. Confidence strengthens. Participation widens. The benefits of digital economy then extend beyond major urban centers to communities across the country. That is the broader objective that unites the work represented in this room today. I'd like to recognize the Kenya Network Information Center, KENIC, to encourage them for its stewardship of the national namespace. Managing a country code top-level domain is a serious business. It sits at the intersection of cybersecurity, digital trust, consumer protection, and cross-border trade. In an era of phishing attacks, impersonation, and increasingly sophisticated digital fraud, the resilience of the domain name system is directly linked to national stability and investor confidence. It therefore deserves sustained strategic attention. The government of Kenya remains fully committed to strengthening the growth, security, and global competitiveness of our digital ecosystem. Under Vision 2030 and the bottom-up economic transformation agenda, digital infrastructure is recognized as foundational to inclusive growth. Expanding broadband access, increasing digital participation among micro, small, and medium enterprises, strengthening cybersecurity frameworks, and accelerating digital public service are interconnected priorities. Domain governance forms part of that broader infrastructure framework. This summit provides an opportunity to deepen cooperation among African registries and digital institutions. As our economies become more interconnected, coordination on security standards, knowledge exchange, and institutional capacity building becomes increasingly important. Engagements in global internet governance process also benefits from coherent and practical African perspectives. Africa must move beyond being primarily a consumer of digital infrastructure and governance frameworks designed elsewhere. We have the capacity and the leadership to contribute meaningfully to shaping the global digital order. The .Africa domain and continental digital transformation initiatives reflect that ambition. Kenya is proud to contribute to this effort, not in competition with our neighbors, but in partnership with them. And I want to say to Andrew, we are said to be leaders in this space in Africa, but we want the entire Africa to come up. I have been a very controversial spokesperson on the issue of Africa being left behind and the reference of South-South, where we are put some nations on the South and others on the North. And I have said, I was in India last week, and I said there that people should stop pitting Africa. We need to be on the table. And someone said to me the other day, if you're not on the table discussing, you are in the menu. So Africa is no longer one of those places. We want to be put on equitable measures with the rest of the world. And I want to remind our brothers from the north that South-South has 7.2 billion people against 1.23 billion of north, of the greater, the big north. So we are their market. They need to worry very much on how to bring their products, what it is they know how to do better than us, to come and use us as their market, and we shall come up and be equal people in the world. So let's push for Africa and South-South. Yani hata hiyo musiki. I said this in India and I almost got into trouble, but that is what it is. We were in a country that has, I think, 1.3 billion users of digital services of a country. That's India alone. So Africa, let's put our act together, pull our socks and be on the table. I encourage you to use this summit to build durable partnerships, share technical experience, and identify areas where collaboration can strengthen resilience and competitiveness. The work undertaken within the domain ecosystem may not always be visible to the public, but it carries strategic significance. It anchors trust in the digital ecosystem and strengthens enterprise credibility in global markets. A connected Kenya strengthens the region. A trusted digital identity strengthens enterprise confidence. And a coordinated Africa strengthens its voice in shaping the future of Internet. I thank you for being here in Nairobi, and I wish you a productive and forward-looking deliberations. Thank you very much indeed. And when you have a couple of minutes to look around, please join us at the National Park, the only national park in the world that is in the city. So make sure you see something in our wildlife here at the Nairobi National Park. Thank you very much indeed.